Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Deeply Renegade podcast. My name is Molly, also known as the Deeply Renegade, and I'd like to welcome you guys to episode 473. Today is Sunday, October 27th, 2024, and I'm glad you could join me today. It is a very foggy day today, but it is the first quiet day. I don't know, maybe like the second quiet day. um, since the last time that I recorded. So, what was it? So it'd be the case where my in-laws were in town visiting for 2 weeks, and so couldn't record then because they were using this room. Um, and then last week we had roofers in order to fix our roof and put in some skylights and other such nonsense. At some point they'll have to return. But at the very least, part of it is done. So, um, and so initially I think it was supposed to be like a 1 day job, and I was going to record on Sunday, but then it went all day Sunday too. Would it be? And also, would it be like it'd be like the time of anticipation? So, um, would it be? Hopefully, it's not too much longer before this baby comes. Um, so I definitely spent like a lot of yesterday just hanging out in bed snoozing because it seemed like yesterday might have been the day, but it is not. So I'll be, what is it? I've been going to the doctor like weekly lately, so it's fine. So, um, and like frankly, would it be the case where I probably like left off being like, oh man, we're gonna do something about like the carpal tunnel and see if we can make it better. Um, like ran into the sort of situation where while I was willing to keep trying to do various things, I was no longer willing to be so far away from home. So, alas. So it was figure out someone that I could go see for $200 or $300 a visit instead of seeing someone for $15 a visit, but having to drive an hour there and an hour back and be like, okay, it's fine. But what I have been doing is wearing a wrist brace on both wrists so that they can't turn this way. All I can do is close my hands. Um, I can go like this, but everything else. Um, and it seems to be helping with this hand. This hand's pretty messed up still. Um, so so what would it be? And it was the case where the video I saw um about it was like, it's quite possible it'll come back as soon as the baby comes. So I'll be interested to see that because yeah, this wasn't a problem last time. So it's like, and like it's been a big bummer for me for sure. Um, so there isn't a ton of knitting to show. Um, because most of my knitting has actually been happening on Mondays. Um, there hasn't even been Berkeley knitting to go, whatever, it's fine. Um, or would be, and it'd be like if we think about like all of the stuff that's happened in the past couple of weeks. Uh-oh. My yarn is far enough down in my bag and I can't quite get it. All right. So I'm still working on the same ball of yarn. I actually have two cable needles shoved into it. And I'm almost actually done with the the big juicy cable on the front. Um, so it's gonna end up being like a much more smooth process, I think, once that cable's done. And honestly, I don't even know where I'm at right now. So, like it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to read the cable. Luckily, the sequence of the cable is such where the side cables do line up with certain points of the big the big feature cable, so it works out. And also, my child is having quiet time right now and isn't sleeping. But we had a pretty good morning this morning, so no big deal. So, looking at this, it is it is a cable row right now. Is it that cable row? No. Whatever, it's fine. So, um, so has there been like a ton of progress? No. Is there some progress? Yes. So, I have just gotten past, or I recently got past the halfway point on the big cable. It's coming together nicely. Um, I'm just, whatever. I don't, like, I ended up knitting like 18 inches on the back. I will do the same on the front, but I can't seem to find a tape measure lying around. Actually, the room is pretty clean right now. Mostly because I haven't been spending a ton of time in here. Like, I don't think I haven't even used this computer since the last time I recorded an episode. So, there's been a lot of playing massive multiplayer online games. And even that probably isn't good for my wrist, but yeah, no, it's been rough. It's been rough, guys. So, so I'm not even, so I'm at this point not even really sure how much more I have to go on the front. I think what I can definitively say is that uh, the Bambina is definitely coming before the sweater is going to be done. Um, but I do have a strong suspicion that the sweater will be done shortly after after she comes. There's just no way that I'm going to be able to put very much time on this, which is fine. Um, so, or would be like it's only the case where I've managed to get like a handful of rows done um, before I have needed to uh, take a break. So it would be definitely a bit different of a situation for sure. Um, like what is it? So like times when it's come out has been if I've been watching watching my kid play at the playground, uh a little bit of knit night, and that's about it. I haven't been taking out in the evenings. I haven't been taking out during meetings. So it's definitely a very different mode right now. And I would really like to be able to do it. So, would it be? I'm not sure. I'm not sure right now if I'll be able to go to knit night tomorrow, so we'll just have to play that one by ear, unfortunately. Um, but it'd be really nice if I could. Um, but so so right now, what do we? So it's just a little bit of stuff. But like I think the other thing too is just that um like definitely much more tired this time around. Definitely can tell when I have pushed myself a little bit too hard. Um, so I think those are all factors that play into my situation right now, where it's like, um, would it be like I might not be going to bed at a reasonable time, but I'm definitely spending a lot of time just like lying down in bed. Um, let's see. What else? What else is going on right now? Um, so what was it? But it was a case where I feel like slightly more prepared this time around, being like, oh yeah, we should make sure we have some chargers in a bag. um, you should have some clothes to go home from the hospital in. Maybe if I'm feeling really fancy, have some clothes to bring the baby home in. Um, but that might not be as high a priority. Um, so um, shouldn't shouldn't be too crazy. It was like definitely much less stress this time around. I think like part of that is um like nah or whatever. Like it was one thing to go from before having kids to after having kids, but then after you have kids, then it's not so not so freaky anymore. um and then it's definitely, or would it be like it's definitely the case where like I'm not too worried about my replacement doing a good job. um Maybe he'll need like a little boosting here or there, but he's already been like a super huge help so far. So um what was it? He was joking on Friday. It was like I really would like for Molly to stick around. But we'd be okay if she wasn't. So would it be? Yeah, it's definitely, unfortunately, it's been like super busy at work, and I've actually been putting in like later hours than I would prefer. Um, but whatever, such is life. So, um, yeah, so we'll see how everything comes together. Um, but it'll be very nice to be rid of that stress at the very least. It will be very nice to have my hands work again. That would be awesome. It would be nice to not be full of baby anymore. It'd be nice to sleep on my stomach. Oh, so decadent. Like, or I think that's been what it be. I'm a stomach sleeper. I just wanna. Pregnancy is rough on stomach sleepers, guys. Um, uh, definitely a bit stiff and sore. Um, yeah, and it'd be really great to have some energy back. Like it's definitely the case where like there have been a couple of times where I've gone gone to the grocery store, and then like I haven't had enough energy to cook dinner afterwards. So it's coming along. Like it looks pretty good. And then would it be, if I was to take a guess, it looks like that might be 9 inches, so I'm sort of like halfway done with the underarm hole piece here. Probably. Not too crazy. I have a couple of balls of yarn left to go. I'll probably have some extra from this project. Not too worried about that. I also have some of the flywheel in some different colors that I bought at the same time, so there might be some sort of matching color work thing that goes along with it. But that is the only thing that I've been working on. So the socks with the teeny circs, not okay with carpal tunnel at all. So though those have been in hibernation for a while. Um, I I have the double brioche hat that's going to be knit on size 1, so that's also not a good idea. Um, and then I do have intentions to make dragons for my nibbling and my daughter. Um, but those are also knit tightly. So I didn't think that that was like a good idea either. They'll be so pretty and nice. Um, but it's gonna have to wait as well. Um, so um so this sweater, this sport weight sweater, I think it's knit on US 4s. Like yeah, it's gonna be the only project I can work on for the next couple of weeks. That's fine. Um, it'll be we'll get it figured out. Um, and then in terms of details, it's the Piper sweater by Carol Sunday, and I'm knitting it out of Harrisville Designs Flywheel in the aqua fur color. Yeah, I guess the only other thing was would it be like in like whatever like the past month since I've recorded um because there was quite the heat wave going on in the Bay Area, um ended up staying home for the Lambtown Festival since that was inland and inland is even hotter. Um so didn't end up doing that, but would it be quite a lot of my local friends did. And then there was also Rhinebeck, and so would it be so last weekend was definitely a lot of vicarious um whatever, seeing what people were up to. Um and then also just thinking like, wow, it's been 7 years since I first touched Harrisville Designs. um so this is like a Rhinebeck adjacent purchase, so what was it? But one of my friends from my San Francisco group was actually able to go to Rhinebeck for the first time, so that was really happy for her. Um, would it be? Will I go back at some point? Perhaps, but obviously it wasn't the cards this year. Um, would it be? And I guess that also depends on other stuff as well. So would it be? So lately what I have been doing, or what was like for a while, I was going to SSK every year, every other year, and I ended up switching to every year because then I could combine it with a visit to my parents at the same time. So whatever. Alas. Um, so it probably does make sense to only have one big knitting trip in the year, and for that one big knitting trip to be in the summertime. But who knows? We'll see how things go. Um, yeah, I think there's only like a very vague idea of travel right now, so not too crazy. Um, yeah. So would it be like in terms of future recording, whatever, like while we're in this mode of anticipation, it may end up being more than 2 weeks before I record again. Um, or what would it be? It was like, I do sincerely hope that this baby comes out before then. But the due date is in approximately 2 weeks, so I just have to accept it. Like she's not ready yet, so I might be ready, but she's not. That's fine. Um, would be definitely very, very active and loves offerings of sugar for sure. So, would it be? So, it was like this coffee, very exciting. Very exciting right now. Um, so like if she comes closer to due date, then I won't be recording 2 weeks from now. Um, let's hope a little bit early. uh if she's late, whatever. There's not too much I can do about that. Um, or would it be? There might be things medical professionals can help me with, but whatever. Um, so we'll just we'll just have to be zen and patient about it. Um, so what else? Yeah, I think that's everything. Um, so would it be? I highly doubt it'll be another month before the next episode. It probably can't be another month before the next episode because my parents will be down. I won't be able to record because they'll be in this room. um, but hopefully, hopefully sometime soon, it'll be okay, and hopefully my hands will be feeling a lot better as well because I think that would do an awful lot. That would do an awful lot for my mood right now. Um, as you do. So, um, yeah, and then there are like God, so many things that I want to do where I just like, okay, it's fine. But would it be such as life? Um, this too shall pass. So with that, I hope you guys have a lovely week, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. So take care, guys. Bye bye.